You've done it thousands of times. A stranger walks into the room. Before they speak, before they smile, before they even look at you, you've already decided who they are. Confident, anxious, trustworthy, dangerous. Your verdict arrives in 0.7 seconds, faster than conscious thought. And here's the disturbing part. You're usually right. But what exactly did you see? What invisible signals did your ancient brain decode that your modern mind completely missed? Every handshake is a confession. Every crossed arm is a boundary. Every micro-expression is a leak in the carefully constructed mask we call personality. While we obsess over what to say, our bodies are screaming the truth in a language older than words. Anthropologists call it non-verbal communication. But that term sanitizes something far more primal. Your body doesn't communicate. It betrays. Think of it like this. Imagine your conscious mind as a TV host, polished, rehearsed, in control. Your body language is the camera crew that accidentally stays on after the show ends. The facade drops, the truth spills out, and people are watching, always watching. The question is, what are they seeing? Let's start with power. When someone enters a space, their body broadcasts status before their mouth opens. Psychologists call this postural expansion, but the concept is ancient. Picture two animals meeting in the wild. Who takes up more space? Who makes themselves smaller? The answer determines everything. In humans, it's subtler but no less revealing. The CEO who leans back in their chair, arms spread wide, claiming territory. The intern who folds inward, minimizing their presence. Neither planned this. It's happening in the basal ganglia, in the limbic system, in parts of the brain that predate language by millions of years. Watch someone's hands when they talk. High-status individuals gesture outward, palms down, fingers spread, carving territory from air. Low-status individuals keep gestures close to the body, palms up as if constantly apologizing for existing. Here's the darker layer. This isn't just about reading others. Once you see this pattern, you realize you're performing it too. Right now, your posture at this very moment is broadcasting a signal you didn't consciously choose to send. But dominance is only the surface. The next layer reveals something far more intimate about human nature. Anxiety has a signature. While confidence expands, anxiety contracts. But more importantly, it fidgets. Self-soothing behaviors, that's the technical term. When stress floods the nervous system, the body instinctively tries to calm itself. The problem? These movements are visible. Touching the face, rubbing the neck. Playing with hair or jewelry, crossing and uncrossing legs, each one is a pressure valve releasing invisible steam. Think of anxiety like a pot of boiling water. The lid rattles, steam escapes. The body can't hold it all inside. Now here's where it gets unsettling. People don't just display anxiety randomly. They leak it in patterns that reveal their core fears. Someone who constantly touches their throat? They fear judgment. The throat is the vulnerability, the place where voice, identity, and self-expression live. Protecting it unconsciously reveals the terror of being seen. Someone who hides their hands? They fear their own impact on the world. Hands are tools of agency. Concealing them is unconsciously declaring, I don't trust myself to touch reality. These aren't conscious choices. They're ancient survival responses masquerading as personality traits. But there's another layer beneath this, one that most people never notice because it contradicts everything we believe about authenticity. Watch two people fall in love. They lean at the same angle, cross their legs in synchrony, reach for their drink simultaneously. They're not aware of it. But their bodies are performing an ancient ritual of bonding called limbic synchrony. We mirror people we like. It's automatic. A neurological echo chamber that says, you are safe, we are the same. But here's the manipulation. Skilled deceivers use this backward. Instead of mirroring naturally, they mirror intentionally. Con artists, master salespeople, charismatic narcissists. They study your body language and reflect it back to you, creating a false sense of connection. You feel understood, validated, safe. You're being hunted. The irony? True connection creates mirroring, but false mirroring can create the feeling of connection. The body doesn't distinguish between authentic rapport and performed rapport. It just registers. This person is like me. This is where reading body language becomes dangerous, because once you notice mirroring, you can't unsee it. Every conversation becomes a test. Are they naturally in sync with me? Or are they mirroring me on purpose? Paranoia creeps in, trust fractures. And yet, there's one signal that almost never lies. One involuntary response that cuts through all the performance. The eyes are not the window to the soul. They're the surveillance camera, pupil dilation, blink rate, gaze direction. These aren't personality traits. They're neurological reflexes. The autonomic nervous system controls them. And the autonomic nervous system doesn't lie. When someone is interested, their pupils dilate, not because they choose to, because the sympathetic nervous system floods the body with arousal. The iris opens. Light pours in. Ancient biology preparing to see more of what matters. When someone is stressed, their blink rate spikes. The eye is trying to reset, to clear the emotional fog. More than 15 blinks per minute? You're watching someone drown internally while they smile externally. And gaze direction. That's where personality crystallizes into behavior. Sustained eye contact signals confidence or aggression depending on context. Fleeting glances signal submission or discomfort. But here's the nuance. Where someone looks when they break eye contact reveals their internal narrative. Look up and right, they're constructing something, potentially creating a lie or just visualizing a memory. Look down, shame, introspection, a retreat inward. These patterns aren't perfect, but they're windows into the unconscious mind operating in real time. The question becomes, if body language reveals this much, why don't we notice it more often? Because we're too busy performing. That's the paradox. We're all reading body language constantly. It's why first impressions feel so instant and certain. But we're simultaneously performing our own body language, managing our image, controlling the narrative. The act of self-monitoring blinds us. Think of it like trying to observe yourself in a mirror while simultaneously being natural. The observation changes the behavior. The awareness corrupts the authenticity. So what do we do with this knowledge? Maybe the point isn't to become human lie detectors. Maybe the point is humility. Recognizing that every person you meet is broadcasting complexity you can only partially decode. That every judgment you make in 0. 7 seconds is a rough draft, not a final verdict. Body language reveals personality, yes. But personality is not fixed. It's a negotiation between who we are and who we're trying to become. Between authenticity and performance. Between the ancient brain and the modern mask. The stranger who walks into the room, they're not just one thing. Neither are you. And perhaps that's the only truth worth reading.